before it was cool. I was always a big fan of hating on MGK. Ever since he just made the transition to emo punk
I know.
rock after he got demolished in a rap battle with Eminem. And, so MGK, in case you didn't know, Machine Gun Kelly, he's been around since like 2011. The dude has been around a long time, starting off as basically like an Eminem knockoff. And he never really grew any prominence from that until he started a beef with his mentor or his icon, the person he looked up to. And then after that, he decided to switch genres because he was learning how to play 3 chords on a guitar. That made him a musician. So what do any aspiring pop stars do to get rock and roll credibility in 2021 or 2020? They go to Travis Barker.
Right.
And Travis Barker makes them all into Blink-182, and for whatever reason, the kids just eat it up. I don't know why. That's how it is. And actually, like a few months ago, when I started the show, one of my hot takes, if you want to call it that, is that if I see featuring Travis Barker on a song, I'm immediately disinterested. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'm like, this is going to be garbage. And I don't need a 30-second drum intro just to know that Travis Barker produced this track, but that's usually the case. So just last week at Riot Fest, MGK ran his mouth about Corey Taylor of Slipknot.
Yeah, rude.
Yeah, it was rude. And apparently we found out the reason why is because there was some backstory there, a little bit of history. MGK, when he was recording his album that actually went platinum, sold 1 million copies, and has resurrected his career, actually made his career. He actually asked Corey Taylor to be a part of that album. Corey did record a verse for that record. Then he came back with a bunch of notes telling him how much they love Corey's verse, but want him to do this, that, and another thing. And Corey's like, you know what? Nobody tells me what to do. I'm Corey Taylor. Thanks, but no thanks, and good luck on your record. But he did it in a nice way.
Yeah.
This apparently sat with MGK in a wrong way. It made him mad. And he held on to that resentment all the way up till Riot Fest when he went on stage while Slipknot was set to perform and kind of ran his mouth about Slipknot. Now, this, of course, infuriated Slipknot fans who are like diehards.
Yes.
And I made the observation that the difference between Slipknot fans and Eminem fans are that Eminem fans will say, MGK, you messed up. Eminem's about to kill you on a track. And then Slipknot fans say, oh, MGK, you messed up. I'm about to kill you. So that's the difference. They hold the grudge. So over the weekend, for whatever reason, MGK was booked on the Metal Leaning Louder Than Life Festival.
Yeah, weird.
It's weird because there hasn't been that many metal bands that have been able to have a certain amount of like crossover success. MGK, of course, was on the VMAs, he's dating Megan Fox. Everyone knows who he is now. And he has the highest selling rock record of the past year, unfortunately. Yes. So what we need to do is just focus on the bands that aren't getting that kind of big push that MGK are. So we don't have MGK at the Louder Than Life Festival, but that's a conversation for another time. Yeah. So he goes on to perform at this Metal Leaning Festival. And of course, there's a ton of Slipknot fans there. They're not having it at all. And if you hate MGK, you're going to love this clip.
I love it.
Here's MGK finishing up a song at the Louder Than Life Festival. Check this out.
Yeah, dude, everyone fucking get on the fucking shoulders of some strong, sweaty guy and fucking crowd surf on up here. This next song goes like this, because clearly people don't know. All I know is I don't do nothing.
Yeah.
People talk, but they don't do nothing.
Just nonstop boos. And he tried to do a call and response and they just booed him. Now, like to say, if you're asking, well, I wonder if he noticed. He obviously noticed. In fact, actually, he was, basically talking smack to people in the crowd throughout the show. At one point, he said, I see you, dude. I see you mad as F in your weird effing outfit. I'm here for the same S you're here for, so it's all good, which I don't understand what that means.
Yeah.
He said, clearly I'm not going anywhere, so just enjoy. And then that didn't happen, and they kept flipping him off and booing him to where he went on to say, you keep effing with me, homie. I'm a trained Jedi, bitch. And he whipped out a lightsaber.
Weird.
Right. Which is weird and kind of dumb and whatever. It didn't mean anything. But then at one point, because I will say this: MGK has more balls than brains. As he went down into the crowd, into the photo pit. And that was a bad idea. I'm going to show you this here on the video stream. So he went down into the photo pit, and when he went in the photo pit, people started picking a physical fight with him, tried to fight with him, and he actually threw a punch at a dude. And security had to break him up. It looked like the VMAs all over again. Yes. And it's one of those situations where you're super tough when you have like 30 big buff guys protecting you at all times.
Yes.
But that's how MGK's weekend was. How was your weekend? Real quick, I just want to play this clip one more time because I think it's amazing. Right when you hear a song like, how'd you guys like that?
Yeah, dude, everyone fucking get on the fucking shoulders of some strong, sweaty guy and fucking crowd surf on up here.
No, they're like, I don't even like crowd surfing now. You ruined that for me, MGK. All right, so is MGK, did he cancel himself? 600 KFMA, sound off.